out like this. Okay. This right here is your turbo. Okay.
I can't see it.
Okay. Right. This right here is your turbo. Right. Outlet, inlet. Right. Exhaust pipes.
So the inlet is smaller.
This is the exhaust manifold. Right. Engine is right here. Exhaust comes out. It spins the turbine on the turbo.
Okay.
That's when pressure comes out. That's how you get turbo pressure.
But they said that was the inlet, though.
This is the inlet.
Yeah, as long as it coming out that way.
This is outlet.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Technically, yeah. They're both outlet.
Okay.
The inlet is
the
here.
manifold. Yeah.
So this is your exhaust pipe right after the turbo. Okay. Right over here, you have a dozer valve.
Okay.
It's an injector.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is diesel fluid.
Yeah.
Then it goes into your DOC. And right over here is your DPF. Okay.
So the DOC is like a canister, basically.
Diesel oxidation catalyst. This is a certain type of filter. The purpose of this filter is to heat up the DPF.
Okay.
Okay. Whenever the DOC naturally reaches 500 degrees, okay, from the engine exhaust heat,
yeah,
the ECM will command this injector to start shooting diesel fluid up.
Okay, so it has a temperature sensor then.
Yeah. Okay. So when you do a regen, you'll notice this hits about 500 degrees, and you'll notice this kicks on. Okay. Once this kicks on, the diesel fluid inside the DOC mixes and causes the DPF to heat up. Okay? So optimal temps for regen.
It's going to get hotter then.
Yes. What you want to see is when you do a regen and you're looking at the temperatures, you want to see about 630 degrees on the DOC. And the DPF, you want to see anywhere from 1,000 to 1,100 degrees. That's when you know the DPF is actually burning its soot inside. Okay? The way...
So when you do a regen, that's what it cleans out?
Exactly. You're cleaning the DPF. Because naturally, diesel engine creates a lot of soot. That's why they brought this in here, to clean it. There's two sensors on the DPF. It's pressure sensors. One on the exit and one on the inlet. It reads the two pressures. So obviously, there's low pressure here. If the filter's plugged, there's increased pressure here. Based on that pressure, that's when the computer knows you need to do a regen.
So so normally it's just there's no pressure difference there?
Very little. Very little. For based on just the simplicity, it doesn't matter what the pressures are. Just understand that the computer reads differences, and that's when it tells you, hey, there's an issue. So when the computer says DPF inlet pressure in-op or incorrect, it's talking about the inlet, which is the right here. This is the inlet. We're going
wait a minute. Doesn't it talk about, okay, where it says the pressure in-op? Okay, it's just the
inlet. There's a couple different codes, but one will be, for example, DPF pressure not reading correct, or the, it's off. Okay. So this is what you want to look at. Usually it'll be a tube because it's getting exhaust out, and you're going to see it run into like a little module, and that's pretty much converting the pressure into readings. Okay? Pretty basic understanding of how this works. Eventually, over time, there's two things. There's ash load, okay, and there's soot load. DPF, when you do cleaning, it reduces the soot load. When soot load is at 75-80%, you do a regen, you'll notice it'll come back down. Sometimes you need to do 2 regens to bring it down.
Okay.
Your ash load will always keep building. When your ash load gets to about 80%, the bus is going to tell you you need to take the DPF out and send it for baking, okay? Because when the soot load is getting clean, it's building ash inside.
You can measure it? You can see the ash load somewhere?
The computer will tell you, yes. You can actually see it under parameters. There is going to be an ash load reading. But eventually, the bus will tell you, hey, this thing needs to be removed, and this thing needs to be sent out for cleaning, okay? So it's a very simple understanding.
Yeah.
When you have contaminants in here, for example, the head is cracked, coolant is going in, your DOC is very sensitive. It gets jacked up, okay? So if you have coolant, a lot of coolant, or oil, consider your DOC dead. Once you remove it, you'll see it's all messed up. It's all jacked up. Most likely your DPF is bad too. All right?
All right.
So remember these temps. Very important. Okay?
All right.
515 degrees, the dozer kicks on. Dozer should have about 40 psi. This is important because if it's less, 20 psi, that means your dozer is getting plugged. So what you do is you remove the dozer, clean it, and reinstall it. Sometimes the port where the injector sits,
the seal,
it's a hole where the injector goes on. It's literally just a hole right here. And then you have 2 bolts.
And there's no seal right there? Nah.
The soot that keeps coming, it ends up plugging this area.
Yeah.
Because when you remove it, you'll see the hole is completely plugged.
And you just gotta clean it.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful pushing it in. You don't want that material to come down. Okay? So you have a code, DPF inlet pressure. What does it say? What did your code say? Remember?
Well, no, it was talking about, well, I could give you